Good morning. It's Margaret Fetty at the University of Sewing, and it's Facebook Live. Now, in all fairness, we don't usually do Bernina stuff, but I had to show it off, guys.
Look at what we got yesterday. Look what came in. This insane, gorgeous neon sign.
It is pretty insane and gorgeous. So, and we were shocked at how bright and wonderful it is. It is so pretty. So, you know, we got to show it off. So this Bernina 990 thing, if you haven't heard me on any of the Fridays, you have no idea how excited I am. And I got an 880. It took me over a year to really learn how to use it because I didn't understand a couple things about it. Once I understood the combination key to the 880, I love that machine. But
I love my 880.
This machine, no combos needed. No combinations needed. It has a bobbin system that makes total sense. It threads itself. It's got a camera that shows me where I'm sewing. I'm so in love with this machine. And I've never been this excited to own a sewing machine. And that's saying something because the L890 just blew my mind away. So this is really cool. But if you guys want, next Saturday at 1 o'clock, we're going to have a webinar that Bernina has produced that is going to go and show you what's going on with this machine and why it's so wonderful. And you can come here and see it. So please do. Even if all it is you're curious, we're going to have some snacks. We're going to have chocolate. We'll always have chocolate.
Never without.
No, can't be without. And some drinks and so forth. And we're going to be here. And no, you won't be here.
I won't be here. I won't be here.
I'll be here.
I'm going to be in the car driving to Wisconsin.
Okay. I'll be here. So you guys, we would love to have you if you want to come. All right. So Rachel's here with me again today.
Hi, happy Saturday, everybody.
And why don't you tell everybody where our giveaway is today?
So we've got a really fun giveaway today. So if you hit that share button and you put in the comments, just say shared, then you will be entered into our drawing to win. We've got the Threads magazine. This is actually from last fall, but I picked this Threads magazine for a reason because it features everything jackets. And we have been talking about jackets this week, and we had some new jacket patterns come in. And it was very exciting. And so you got everything to like add pockets, do double cloth on your jackets, and to add trims if you want to. We also have this little Bernina, one of those little red translucent rulers. So useful to have in your sewing room. So useful to just have like in your junk drawer. Like just have them.
So
I wanted to point out really quickly is that they have this whole section here about making your own clothes. Is making clothes that are comfortable. And Margaret and I actually had a whole conversation yesterday about how custom making your clothes makes you more comfortable in them because you can get them to actually fit your body.
Little pockets on them.
So,
and they're just a pair of wide leg pants, nothing fancy. These have an elastic waist on them. They are so comfortable.
You can tailor it exactly to what you like.
Well, and you know, these pants are that Italian denim that has some stretch. Mm-hmm. And what I did with them was I cut them wide because, you know, in the summertime when everything, I don't like anything tightly against my skin. It just makes you feel more hot. Mm-hmm. And in Indiana, it's hot and humid.
Yeah.
So I don't want it to be really clinging to me.
You want everything to have a little air and movement
to it. Right, exactly. And these
flow.
Actually, interestingly, you know how I've talked before about how viscose feels cool to your skin? These really feel cool. And normally I think of denim as being too warm for the summertime. But this has a lot of something to it that just makes it feel cool. So you might look at our denims again. This one in particular is a black Italian denim that is really unique. And so our denims are gorgeous, guys. I think almost all of them, with one or two exceptions, have some sort of spandex lycra in them. Yeah. So they're comfortable.
And just remember, just because it says stretch on there, just like Margaret is showing you, that doesn't mean you have to make leggings out of them. That doesn't mean you have to make skinny jeans. No. You can because just again, when I sit whatever in them, your comfort is. Yeah. We want you to be comfortable in your clothes.
Okay, so don't forget we've got a garment fitting workshop class. Oh, that's what I gotta grab here. Oh. Over there should be a list of classes we've got going on. So grab that. Running all over. Okay, guys. We showed you some of our Tilda fabric here a little bit ago.
Oh, we got.
And I want to show you some new things that we've gotten in, and I don't think we've talked about these, but every single one of these fabrics right here are woven with that pattern you see in it. None of them are printed. So, for example, the dots right here, if we get that, I'm going to open this up a little bit.
Yeah. You want me to help hold it?
Yes, because I want to show them both sides. So look at this on the back side.
Look at that. Even on the reverse side is so cute.
It is so pretty. It's got a light drapey hand to it. This is going to make an incredible shirt. So you don't just have to use it for a quilt. It'll be gorgeous in a quilt. But
it just adds a little bit of texture.
Yes, it would be the cutest top. And I think, it's too lightweight for a bottom weight. But for a top weight, it is really cute. And if you wanted to do a dress out of it, you probably might want to line it just for a little bit of more oomph. But it's really quite lovely.
A little shirt dress.
Little shirt dress is what I was thinking. And then we have the stripe. Look at the stripe. I couldn't believe it when I saw that these were actually, and I think we showed it off in the fat quarter bundles a little bit. Yeah. But I couldn't believe these were woven.
That's the thing. Like when on the website they didn't say they were woven, and so then we got them in, and we were like, oh my gosh,
guess what?
Not printed.
They changed it.
Oh, they did. They said because everybody's like, guys, this is woven.
This is woven. It's amazing. It's gorgeous. You know what I thought these would make into really cute as napkins?
Oh, yeah.
I think they'd be beautiful as napkins. I haven't washed it yet to see exactly what it's going to do.
Feels fantastic.
But Tilda's have been washing up very nicely before this, so I'm counting on that. So this would be so cute on a farm table with those as napkins or as placemats. Really pretty.
Yes,
really,
look
really
at
pretty.
that.
And if your colors are not blue, we have it in red.
That's a great red.
It is a great red.
That's a really good
It's
red.
a really, really beautiful red. We've got it in a beautiful stripe. Again, these are completely woven. This is not, look at it. It looks identical, both sides. Tea towels.
Tea towels. This looks like something for your kitchen.
Yeah, just
look
perfect.
At that. I mean,
and then embroider it.
You gotta feel it. Oh,
embroider it.
Precious.
Okay, another perfect shirting fabric, or for your quilt, of course, this would be gorgeous. It's got a little touch of, I'm thinking
gray.
Yeah, I think it's a gray.
That is.
It's a gray. It's beautiful. It would make a gorgeous shirt. Just absolutely beautiful.
And it matches your nails.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
Does.
How
totally
cute
matches
is that?
your nails.
They need to get done again. Okay, they're growing fast for some reason. And then this gorgeous this is kind of like a little bit of a burnt orange.
This little stripe is my favorite in this collection.
They're calling it ginger. Very good way.
Ginger.
Yes. And then look at the back. We've got to show off the back. Now this one, I don't like the back as well as I do the front, but it is totally woven in there. Yeah. And I'm thinking that is going to just be gorgeous on somebody.
They just did little picks of these lines through, and we've had this.
I'm going to wait on the florals for a minute. Yeah. We've got the stripe. Again, that wonderful stripe, and we've got it in 2 more colors. Here it is in a taupe and a green.
Look at that green. Again, the
green
red,
is
the
beautiful.
red and the green. Can we talk about Christmas things?
Oh, wouldn't this be really cute in a Christmas quilt?
Oh my gosh.
Appliques on something.
Yes.
Very beautiful. Okay, so we've got those. We were just showing you that ginger stripe. Look at this one. This is kind of a mint green, very pretty. They're okay, mint teal. They're calling it teal, and I think that's a fair estimation on it. It is a blue-green.
Seam stripe. That's what they're it's, I would say greeny, bluey.
But it's really interesting how it feels.
I just want to touch it.
I know.
I just want to touch it. Like,
really beautiful. And then we're going to finish up with the 2 more dots here. We've got this gorgeous pink. It's very pretty pink. It's a salmon pink, but it's very pretty.
I was going to say, it's not like a little kid pink. It's a really... You know, again, with Tilda, they just nail their colors every single time. They just nail it.
And a nice khaki, very pretty, just gorgeous. And look at the little salvage edges. How cute are those?
Tilda quilt collection.
This is all from the Creating Memories collection. These are all in our latest arrivals. If you just put the word Tilda in, you'll be able to see everything we've got. I am getting ready to have the girls put together a couple new Tilda kits. We've got to cut some more kits, and then just to make it very, very fun, we've got Jubilee. I found these couple of prints. I'm just loving them. They're so cute.
I love these so
much.
much.
Didn't like everything about Jubilee, but they had a few really pretty prints, and these fell into that category. So we went ahead and got some fat quarter bundles, and now we have these 2 prints, and I'm just like, I'm thinking an entire quilt just based on these. I love them.
I love these so much. One of the things I love about Tilda is how it's got that very kind of Scandinavian vibe to it, like the way that they do their florals, and it's not like super girly. It feels like
it doesn't. It's even with the
great
florals,
like geometric kind of angle to it. I love that.
They're really super. Okay, so let's take a station identification break. We are the University of Sewing.com, and we've got some classes coming up, guys. And one of them is a pineapple block. That is on July the 9th, next Tuesday. We've got the pineapple block baby blanket.
Yeah.
Did you do that on purpose? Make it a tongue twister.
I did not do that on purpose. But you guys, so listen, I love pineapple blocks, and for the most part, you have to do them with paper piecing, and I get annoyed with paper piecing. I don't like it. I don't like having to rip all those I don't like it. But Creative Grids has this amazing ruler that is called the pineapple block, I think mini ruler, because you make it in like kind of smaller strips, and so you don't need to do any paper piecing at all. All you have to do is cut your strips, sew them together, trim them with your tool, and you've got these gorgeous
and it
pineapple
is
blocks.
just shocking how quickly you can do it with this ruler. It's funny because a lot of times people are like, oh, no, I'm not going to do a log cabin. They're really tough. They're not really tough with these rulers. Creative Grid has knocked it out of the park doing this.
They're so clever. I'm always like, who is like the genius who's sitting there going
there was
like,
someone who was a total
genius.
Like, somebody was really smart in creating that ruler. Okay, so we have the walking foot class coming up based on the 2 books called Walk and Walk 2. So Cheryl is going to do this. It is again on Tuesday. It's at 6 p.m. If you have not signed up for this, I think we have a couple more slots in it. She is going to show you how to use your walking foot and get the most out of it. And I'm just going to tell you, every time I look at those walk books, I'm like, I want to do that. That's how it makes you feel. It's just very, very gorgeous. So we have that.
Yeah, and she was describing her samples to me and describing how she did them, and she was like, "Oh, it was so easy." And she said, and she said it was just, and
it explains it very well from what she told us. So if you've bought the book, if you have thought about doing the technique and haven't gotten to it, perfect class for you. And even if you've tried it and maybe you were, thinking, maybe I could get a little more out of it, Cheryl's going to just be able to really increase your knowledge, help you do that. If you've never touched the book, again, this is really pretty stuff, guys. And so if you can do your own machine quilting, how cool is that?
Cool. So, although, you know, long armors need love too.
Well, you have to put some more classes on there. You have to get back from your trip and put some more long armor classes.
I can't schedule anything in the summer.
Okay, no, summer's tough with the little kids. So, all right. Then we have the big day event. That is that webinar I told you about earlier. So if you want to come to that, if you could let us know so we know how many people to plan for, it would be useful for me. Then we've got in the next week, we've got doing a knit top with a serger. Alice is teaching you that. It is actually, you're going to make a little, I think it is a quarter scale, like a doll size t-shirt.
Oh, no kidding.
In the class, and she shows you how to do it. So that's pretty cool. And then we've got the walking foot again. There's another version of it. The one's in the evening for those of you who work. The other one is in the morning. So if you are you've got your Wednesdays available to you, that will be really helpful. Then we've got Garment Academy, Sewing with Knits again. And Garment Academy is the one where you sew the knits on your sewing machine.
I think so.
So,
yeah.
This one on the 16th, is that the one with the Pamela's patterns, or is that what a regular?
Oh, that might be the one with Pamela's patterns.
I don't know which one. We have to make sure we tell people correctly. And then the last one of that week, July the 19th, I am going to be doing an all-day version of our Black Bobbin Mastery class. Now, if you bought your sewing machine in 2020 or 2021, did you take your mastery classes? Probably not. If you haven't done that yet, come to this class. We want you to love your sewing machine. Now, this is for Bernina owners, but we want you to love your machines. So if you have something like a 435, a 475, a 480, you have a 535 or a 570 or a 590, or you have a 735, 790, or there's 770s too, guys, and the 880s. This all is for you.
Margaret, did they have to buy it from us?
No, you do not have to buy it from us. You can come even if you bought it from another place who is not supporting you. I'm sorry.
Or you moved.
Or you moved, or you just like us.
I believe that is the one on the 16th.
Yeah.
It doesn't specifically say, but the picture is of the Pamela patterns.
Then it is that one.
Okay.
So the one on Tuesday, July the 16th with Alice is actually, you're going to actually make a top for yourself. So we do a mock-up in that class, and then we do a actual version of the shirt. So if you haven't signed up for that yet, you have a serger and you are wanting to use it and get more out of it, this is a perfect class for you. If you have taken it before, take it again.
I cannot tell you how many people
again.
How many people come here and I tell them like, oh look, you know, I made this, or like I used my serger, and people will say, I have a serger and I just haven't touched it in years. Like, I have a serger, but I just don't use it. This is your chance. Let's use that serger.
Yes, let's use it.
They're such wonderful tools.
Now, it is helpful for you to know how to use your serger a little bit.
Please know how to use it.
Yeah, right, you have to know how to use it a little bit. So, okay, guys, this is all the classes for the next 2 weeks. So, if you haven't signed up yet,
what are you waiting for?
Well, not only that, but everybody keeps on going, Margaret, it's hot and humid outside. Well, you're not spending your time outside. So come on in. Let's do a class. We have the air conditioning on. You will be happy.
I really make sure the air conditioning is on because I am always hot. She's always cold. I am always hot.
Yes. Okay. So we are going to end the class descriptions for a couple minutes, and we're going to talk about a couple of things I recently picked up for, we're always talking about sewing machine needles, guys. So I have 2 different kinds of machine needle packets. I'm going to just tell you, I absolutely love this one.
I love
this
it.
one is from Colonial Needles. Shout out to our friends at Colonial Needles. They do a great job. If you want some place to put your needles and to make sure that you save the ones who've only put a couple, maybe you've only sewn, you know, a little bit with them.
Right.
Our top stitching needles, that's really common. We'll go ahead and top stitch something. You maybe only put 10 minutes on that needle. You want to save it. You want to remember which one it is. Now, granted, our Schmetz needles are color coded to help you do that. But isn't this easier?
This is so much easier.
This is so much easier.
I'm gonna get my little book and be like, is this
Yeah.
a jeans needle?
Yeah. And so this one, what we've got is
I've
where
got a
you'd
little
stick
pin in
it into this. So
you
you're
can
going
see
to
we already have a little pin in
to,
here, so you can see how that works.
Yeah, but I'm going to just tell you, you're going to want to put this someplace safe that you don't get stabbed. So I like this one because it's a little bit more, well, it's softer and it's easier, and you can put your little packets of needles in here.
Right, so your
How
little,
cool
your little
is that?
Schmetz guys can go slide right in there. So you can just have them.
So I think that's pretty clever. So they're both here. Unfortunately, this one is very inexpensive compared to this one's a little more expensive. So
Yeah, but this is so cute.
It
And
is
look, when
so-
it's all wrapped up, you've got your needles in this adorable little package.
it's so worth it, in my opinion.
It'll just slide right into your
I love that.
luggage for when you're going to retreats.
There you go.
Or bringing them to classes.
I just think this is a lovely way to store your needles. So,
Yeah.
notice we brought out another package of needles for you.
New needles.
These are pretty new, guys. These are called the Black Superfine needles, and what these are for is when that Microtex needle is not slim enough, you can try these guys out instead. And I'm just going to tell you, I'm thinking I was telling you about how I was working with some vintage silk,
Yes. Yeah.
and it was being cranky with me in the machine. I have a feeling these needles will really help. So I am going to try these out, and I'm going to come back with a report to you. I've taken a package home.
What
and
size did you say these
These
were?
are 10s.
10s. They're so tiny, you guys.
They're very slender.
oh my
They're very
goodness.
beautiful.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
very excited to try them out because I really need something that's going to pierce those threads without taking and pushing it into my sewing machine hole. That's what I need. So I think these are going to be the answer. I will be reporting back to you because I literally just put that project off to the side because I was getting frustrated. And I had even put my straight stitch plate on.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I need the zigzag plate on there because I need to do some things that require zigzag. Well, actually, they're not a zigzag stitch, but some other stitches. So I'm going to try all this with these new needles, and I will report back, and we'll see how that all goes.
I'm curious to see how those do.
Yes.
That would be great for silks, for viscose, all of those wonderful fine feeling
All right.
fabrics.
So we got in some new widebacks, guys, and these are just lovely.
Right.
So
they weigh about 30 pounds
yeah,
each.
they
so
are.
hold
They're
on, let me
really,
help
really
you.
heavy. So we've got this gorgeous like floral going on here. Very pretty. Really like this one. Very, very lovely. Blues and greens. Very nice. It will go for a lot of things.
And just that little bit of foliage scattered across it. It's really pretty.
There we go.
Oh, and this, you want the...
Another version
Corresponding.
of it. It is another version of it, but this is almost all blue. A tiny bit of green in it, but it does have some purple. Very, very pretty again.
Those would be great. Just great
These
for
are
the
from
back of the quilt.
PMB. So
these little,
PMB does quite a nice job with the quality of their fabric.
These,
I've been really pleased.
Brush
These were the
strokey
guys who we used their fabric last year for the shop hop. And so we, if you haven't seen it yet, go to the shop hop page and make sure that you know who won everything. So if you did the
Yes.
shop hop and you haven't seen that, go to the Southern Indiana shop hop page and all the winners are listed there. We have contacted our winners, but for like the grand prize and the fat quarter bundle that needed to be taken care of. So we've got that right there. And
this
next
looks
year,
so moody.
we are doing it next year, guys. We are doing it next year.
Yes, we are. It's fine. It's fine.
We are doing it next year. So
What's another couple of 15-hour days among friends, right?
yeah,
what
there
is
you
that?
go. I will tell you that a chorus of no, we are not increasing the hours. I'm sorry. There were some people who wanted us to increase our hours, especially on Saturday. I'm just going to tell you, our shop was open till 5. Most of the shops don't stay open that late on Saturday, but we are open till 5. And, you can still play in the shop hop until 5 o'clock.
Absolutely.
So,
these
there's
are
that.
super cool. I love these white
Aren't
backs.
these wonderful?
So they're called geode. Yes, these are called geode. I love this one because we've got grays, we got some greens, we got a little bit of purple in there. I mean, like, it's just
the grays and so forth. It's just really
so
gorgeous.
pretty.
So this one is in these tones with this little bit of purple as the kind of brighter thing, although it does have a little, what I would almost call an orange
I was
in
gonna
there.
say like terracotta.
Okay. And this one is purples and blues. So
little
hopefully
streak of
these
green
will
in there.
speak to you for your next quilt back. And then we'll finish these wide backs off with these 3.
Let's go ahead and
They're heavy.
They're
when
heavy.
You guys need to buy some of this so that they're not so heavy.
So that I can pick them up.
Look how beautiful these are. Your light blue, your royals, then your navy with some teal in it, and this gorgeous red with a little bit of pink and the creams in all of them. How beautiful are those? So we're going to make Dave put these back because they just weigh too much.
They just weigh a lot.
Okay. Now, if you weren't on here yesterday, you probably have seen this peak of color coming out.
Ooh,
And-
you're like, what is happening here? Oh,
Yes.
she's being very wiggly. There we go.
Okay.
Can you see it, Dave? All right.
So what we've got is this gorgeous jacket. It's the Easy Threezy jacket from Karen Nye at C&T Patterns. And we, of course, sold the last one of the patterns today.
Yep. This morning, somebody snatched
But
it up.
I will be getting more of these in, I promise. We will get some more of this pattern in because when you see how beautiful this goes, this jacket is so easy to fit, guys, because it is a kimono sleeve.
Yeah.
Which means the sleeve is cut onto the jacket. For those of us with no shoulders like me, it works just fine because it just drapes wherever your shoulders are at. And so even if you've got wider shoulders, again, it will drape where your shoulder line is. It's got this wonderful
beautiful
little
cuff.
Look at that.
This just, I love this. This is one of the things that I love because I love relatively like plain clothes, but then I love having that one little detail. And I just love like this little kind of, would you call that like a sweetheart cuff? What would you? Because it's, I don't know.
I'm not sure. I think petal is the word.
Petal. There we go. I just love that little tiny detail just to give it that little something extra.
And lengthening the sleeves on this, you're just going to split the pattern right in the middle here and just add whatever you want to lengthen it.
Lengthen things? Who does that?
Well, we had Joellen try this on, and it looked really cute on her, except for the sleeves looked a little short
on her.
So, and look at what you can do with these amazing prints we've had for a while. You can showcase it off. And
do you want to show them what you're doing with the next one?
Yeah, we're going to show them.
We should show them what you're doing with the next one. Here,
okay.
I'll unroll this one.
So what we're going to do with the next one, because of course,
Margaret wants one for herself, and she doesn't want to just have it be sitting in the shop.
No, I want one I can take home.
So here we go. Again, these beautiful Stof knits.
Okay, we're going to have to change the way we're laying this because it's got to go that way.
It's got to go this way?
Yep. It's got to go that way. There you go.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Sliding under.
So, yes, this one had a peacock on it, and this one has a peacock also, but look at my leopard.
Look at that leopard.
He's so pretty.
When you turn around, you're like, rawr.
So, I want this one. I love him. He is so cool.
I also just love
And you know what's really funny? I
this.
remember having some sort of a t-shirt or something. graphic t-shirts were really popular when I was a teenager. And I remember having something like this. And I
Sure.
think his colors were a little more realistic, but he was beautiful.
This is really beautiful.
I really want this one
and
as
I just
a jacket.
love all these greens, these little monstera
And
leaves
after I
everything.
did this one and how fast it went, I'm telling you guys, this one's so fast because I was a little bit worried it had facings. The thing that took me the longest is on the facings, I wanted to turn under the raw edge. Now, I didn't do it on the hem. I just did it on the facings here at the neckline and at the center front. And I turned those under, and they took a little bit of time because it's a knit, and knits don't want to press real
don't
well.
press very well, yeah.
No, but look at how that turned out. I am so pleased with this. And when it opens, look how pretty it looks open. So it's not, sometimes when you see the opening of something, it is not very attractive. I was really pleased with this because I felt like it looked very attractive, both inside and out. It wasn't difficult to do. The whole thing from beginning to end, I think, took me 3 hours.
Oh.
And if you were going to buy this somewhere, I'm going to guess that they would charge you a little bit for that. So, very, very much so. Okay, well,
Guess who's watching?
who's watching?
Angie's watching. Maybe this will put her over the top for that late 90s.
Maybe. So, okay, guys, the shop needs to open, and it's just Rachel and I, so we've got to get going, and I hope that you have a fantastic Saturday. We will see you here in a week on Friday, and we will have more stuff for you to see then. I hope you have a wonderful Saturday. It's gorgeous here in Bloomington. Come and visit us. We'll have a wonderful day, and we hope you do too. Take care.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.